friends, this is Ruchi here. Welcome to my new video. Today I'm staying here to do the baby update for my little girl who has just turned 3 months old. Basically, I'll divide the video into 3 sections which will involve her feeding cycle, sleeping cycle, and her growth and development, plus few of her favorite stuffs in these 3 months. So let's get started. So before starting, I would love you to subscribe my channel if you like to watch motherhood and lifestyle related videos. Hit the bell icon, keep the notifications on, and stay tuned. Talking about her feeding, so the first 20 days she was mostly bottle fed, as I had a C-section and it was quite obvious that my breast milk will be getting delayed. So she was mostly on bottle fed, and Aptamil was something which doctor had suggested, so I was giving her that and she was latching on well. There was absolutely no tongue tie kind of issues or latching issues with her, so she was mostly on the bottle fed. After 20 days she suddenly left the bottle, so that left with no other option but to breastfeed, and by that time I am working hard to feed her actually, and she loves to latch on to me basically. And yeah, when she sleeps I try to give her bottle feeding. Why? Because I don't feel that my milk is sufficient enough for her to feel full, because she will be licking her fingers and hands. So I feel why to keep the baby hungry. The main motive should be the baby should be full. So now I'm mixing. Now after in these 3 months she is mostly mixed with both bottle fed plus breastfeeding. Obviously I am working on my diet also, so that I have a good supply to feed her and keep her full. Talking about the quantity of milk what she's taking, so see, as per the charts which is given in the medical or mentioned in the bottles of the milk, I somehow don't relate to that. It's all my intuition, the mother's intuition, which I feel that if my baby is hungry I just feed her. So mostly she will take like 60 to 90 ml kind of thing at a time, and in a day almost like 7 to 8 times. So I means roughly this is the count, but exactly I don't sit and count how much ml she had, because I don't feel that it works that way. So whenever I feel she's hungry I just feed her. I try not to keep a gap of more than 2 hours, so that way she's always full. Yes, and burping is very, very important. In the night it's little tough. Why? Because it takes a lot of effort to make the baby sleep, and then if you feed her and to wake her up and then again burp, and then sometimes if she's awake she will not sleep for next 1 hour. So yeah, that way it's really difficult in the night. But yes, in the first month it was very regular that I used to burp her and all, but then from second and third month she's straight like not drinking milk for 4 hours or so. She's completely fine with it, and by 12, if she's sleeping, by 4 o'clock in the morning I feed her again and burp her and then keep her back to the sleep. So that's how the feeding cycle goes. Talking about her sleep cycle, so the first month she was sleeping for almost 18 to 20 hours, and she'll be awake for a very, very less time. So and yes, it was difficult in the night especially. She will wake up in every 2 hours and I had to feed her. So first month went like that, and it was tough, and especially after C-section you will find it very challenging to get up from the bed and to feed her, or bottle feed also. It is challenging. Yeah, so first month was like that, 18 to 20 hours she slept well, and second, third month, yes, it got reduced to 16-17 hours. She will take lot of naps during the daytime. In the night it's lot better. Why? Because she sleeps for 5 hours in a stretch, so I can take my sleep as well, and that keeps my sanity for the whole of next day. So third month especially I would say that she was lot better. First 2 months were tough and challenging, but then still we managed it well. And regarding the feeding, whenever she sleeps I try to bottle feed her. Whenever she's awake I try to feed my milk. So that's how her sleeping pattern goes by. Now talking about the third part of the video is her growth and development. So the most noticeable changes that I have seen in the first month, first 4 weeks was her eyebrows and eyelashes. So when she was born it was very light and we were like thinking, why it's so light. But the first 4 weeks, after the end of fourth week, we could see her beautifully grown eyebrows and eyelashes, her hair better actually, because when she was born she was having very uneven distribution of hair. The front part of her head was not covered with hair, so his my husband was very much worried about it, but then I knew it will eventually be turning out all even. So by the end of first month we could see her all these hair developments. Now the second, the very best part, what happened in the second month was her first smile. So she smiled at the by sixth week or so she gave her first smile, and she loves to keep looking at cameras and give me selfies and make my selfies better. So her first smile was at sixth week. Now by the end of 8th week she was able to hold her neck firmly, and by the end of third month it was even better. So she is able to hold her neck and look around all the places when we hold her onto her back basically. So she's able to look around and see and explore things. So that is one of the good changes that I have seen. In the third month, very noticeable changes that I have seen is she's trying to latch onto the things. If I keep something very near to her, she's moving her, they call something motor movement of the kids development. So she's trying to latch onto her all the stuffs which is nearby. If I keep her on the mat or something, she's trying to grab those things. Now the other changes in the third month is that she is drooling all over. So everywhere I can see that she is having saliva and she's chewing on to her gums and tongues. I think probably it's teething, but it's way too early. I don't know in third month if any kid teeth, but then I can see salivas all over, and she has been biting all the stuffs and her own tongue all the time. So these are the important things that I have noticed. Talking about a few of the favorite stuffs, so the one which tops the chart is nothing but the ceiling fan. I think like any other kid, she loves to look at the slow moving fan, and we love to look at her smiling. So she loves and giggles, she'll keep giggling looking at slow moving fan. So that is the first one. And the second thing is something Ganesha, which is nothing but the decorative item on our door. So whenever we will take her near to that Ganesha, it's a wooden block basically, a decorative piece, she'll just look and start cooing and talking to him. I don't know what does she talk, but then she loves it. So, and obviously as a parent we love to look at her like that. So whenever we find her dull or we want to see her smile, we'll just take her to that place and she'll start smiling. So second thing is that. Third thing is her play gym or play mat, what we call it as. So whenever I'll place her under that, she will start playing with those all the cats which is hanging actually, and she will keep herself busy, and that gives me time basically to do certain other course of the household stuffs that I can do. So that is playmat is something she enjoys spending her time with. And lastly is her rocker. So whenever I'm in the kitchen, sometimes I find her cranky and he is working from home, so I can't leave the baby unattended. So what I do is I'll just take her to that chair, rocker chair, and I'll keep near to my kitchen where she can see me and I'm in the sight of hers. So she will be calm and peacefully looking around, exploring her surroundings. So that is her fourth favorite stuff, I would like to call it as, because she keeps quiet there and she loves to look at mama sitting there watching what she's doing. So guys, the 3 months have gone by just like that, in a blink of an eye. It was a difficult ride, but it was an interesting one. It's beautiful to see a small baby grow right in front of your eyes. I'm soaking in all the kisses and hugs from her. Why? Because I know she's not going to stay like that forever. So I'm just enjoying every moment with her, and I know she is my new partner for life, and I'll be just enjoying along with her, and I'll be learning from her a lot, I know. And yeah, that's how it has gone by. I hope the next 3 months will be as interesting as these 3 months were, and I'll keep you people updated about the changes that I'll notice in her. I'll try to let you know what all things I have seen in her. So stay tuned. Do let me know if any improvements that I could make in my videos. This is my first ever video that I'm recording, and do pardon me if there are any mistakes in it. I'll try to make it better with time. And yeah, so see you in the next video. Bye bye, take care.